YouTube, this is Samantha Shead, and in this video I'll be going over my review slash demo of this Pil'aten suction black mask. It's one of those black masks that it claims to take all of your blackheads out of your pores, so blackhead mask. And I am here to give my honest opinion about it. I've used it pretty much almost a year now, and I'm pretty sure by now I can give my honest review about it. I'm almost out of it actually, so I need to get me another one if I want to. And the reason why I would get another one is because I give it a good review. Alright, so up here I will have the demo playing. What I like to do before I actually put the mask on is that I would like to exfoliate and cleanse my skin. So what I did is I used the Garnier Skin Plus exfoliate daily exfoliator. It's up here and I'll have it in the description box. Also, whenever I was done with that, I like to cleanse my skin with the Garnier Micellar Water, just so I make sure that I have no layers of dead skin and that my pores are just showing and that all the gunk and stuff will be at the very top of my skin, hopefully to be ripped out by the mask. So after I was cleaning my skin, I get a rag of hot water and then I put it over my face. I let the hot water saturate the entire rag, then I wring out the extra, and then I just sit it on top of my face and I pat it on. I want to get as much pressure onto my face as I can without hurting myself, because I really want the heat and stuff to get into my skin and open up those pores as much as I possibly can, so this mask can really get into it. Now after that, I let my skin dry off, 'cause you're not supposed to apply it to wet skin. I've done it before. I haven't really seen a difference, but I mean, that's what the instructions said when I looked online. Can't really tell you the instructions on the bottle itself because they're in Chinese. It was probably on the packaging, the box that it came in, but I discarded that a long time ago, so I can't really bring that back. Um, After that, like I said, I wanted to make sure all the heat was just going into my skin, and I did not stop until I saw that my pores were open. It took about maybe 10 minutes. I don't have the entire thing playing up here, but it took about maybe 10 minutes, somewhere around that time, in order for them to actually open up, because for some reason my pores like to stay closed and I love to keep the junk inside of it. Who knows? But I was able to get them open slightly, and I think that was enough because I still got some junk out of my pores after. All this talking is really giving me a migraine. I don't understand how beauty bloggers do it. But eventually I'll get used to it, right? And my eye is twitching too. I think I have too much air going into my head. Let's continue. So once my pores were open and just ready for the mask, I got a foundation brush, a flat foundation brush, or you can get a mask brush. I don't have one, so I just use a flat foundation brush, like the one up here, and I just get a little bit of the product and I put it on there. Sometimes I get a lot. I mean, really, it's just all going to distribute the same way. And then what I do is that I put it all over my face. Well, not all. Sometimes I'll put it all over my face. Sometimes I will just put it in my T-zone like I'm doing right now. I did go a little extra around the T-zone and stuff like that, but I didn't go around the entire face because I really didn't need to. Mostly in my nose, a little bit right here, definitely around my cheek area and on my chin, and right here and like the little crevices on my nose. It's really gunky in there. Sometimes I'll get a blackhead over here and over here, and then every now and then, like once in a lifetime, I'll get some right here. But other than that, I mean, I'm not really porous and I'm not really blackheady there. So after I apply it to these areas, I let it dry for a little bit, only like maybe a minute, and then I like to apply a second layer just so it gets a little heavy and all the weight on it actually sinks into the pores and grabs whatever the heck is inside my pores. Now, one thing I do recommend, and I didn't show it in the demo, and what I like to do is after I put on the mask, I lay down like on my back and I have gravity do its job by letting all of that just sink down onto my face even more, and hoping that it would actually sink into my pores even more than it already is and actually grab a whole bunch of crap that's inside my pores. I actually did it like you could say like a before and after of both just standing up and sitting down, and there is a significant difference between sitting down and standing up, but that's just for my skin. I don't know if it would work for you. You would have to like check it out for yourself and just see if it would work for you. So the instructions did say that it'll take around 15 minutes for the entire thing to dry. Sometimes it will take longer than that. Sometimes it'll take shorter. So it really depends on how much you put on, how much layers you put on, what exactly you're going for here, and all that good stuff. So I waited until it's entirely dry. I really don't keep count of the time or have a timer with me or anything because I just feel like what's the point if you just have to wait on it to dry. So what I like to do after that, once I felt every place and see that it was dry, I start from the very bottom of where I applied it and then I start peeling upwards. Now, the one thing I don't like about it is that it is a little painful, especially if you have facial hair. If you're going to use this, I would suggest not, depending if you have sensitive skin. If you don't have sensitive skin, your threshold for pain, all that stuff. Um, it hurts significantly more if you have hair on your face. So I was just not to. I still have a stash right here that's coming back. I need to get rid of it, but it did hurt, especially right here. And I have little like nose, no, not nose hairs, but like little facial hairs everywhere, basically. Because I mean, I don't shave my face regularly. I mean, who does? All right. So after that, whenever I have the entire mask peeled off, I see that there more than likely will be some spots left, probably because it was like really thin and it didn't connect to the rest of my face, or maybe it just wasn't as dry as the rest. So after that, you just have to wash it off with lukewarm water or cold water. I would suggest cold water because it will close those pores for you after they've just been open and had the stuff yanked out of it. And I mean, some people they just can't stand the cold water, so lukewarm water. You don't want too hot because it'll just keep the pores open, and then after all that hard work that you just did, more stuff is just gonna get right back in. So after that, I like to wash my face, but I also like to add a moisturizer because even though my skin does feel very soft, it also feels kind of dry. So I would put a moisturizer on afterwards, and then I don't know about anybody else, but just because it feels so satisfying, but also really gross at the same time, I like to look back at what is on the mask that I peeled off, only because I want to see did anything actually come out. Usually something does, usually. And also like it also likes to rip out your facial hairs, so don't be surprised if you see that as well. I mean, it is gripping onto the stuff on your skin, so it shouldn't be a surprise either. So my review for it is I give it a 8 out of 10. The reason being is because there is pain that comes with it. Of course, depending on who you are. Me, I have normal skin when it comes to like sensitivity. I have normal, but I have oily to combination skin whenever it comes to that. But still, there is pain involved, especially in this area, my nose area, and right here. I would not suggest getting it in your eye area right here, but like right here and over here, a little bit up here, there is pain. And you can tell from my eyes, they were just flinching so much that because there was pain involved. It doesn't hurt as much, it's more like a sting, but either way, I don't like it to be painful. I mean, beauty is pain, but who wants pain, really, unless you're. Never mind. I give this a good review only because it does truly work. And the only reason why I don't give it a 10 out of 10 is because there is pain involved. That's literally it. I mean, what person really wants pain whenever they're trying to just get their beauty on? I mean, I know beauty is pain, but like still. Other than that, it's a really good concept. Of course, there are several out there in the world, but I just decided to give this one a try. I mean, I saw it on Amazon. I wanted to buy it. I heard so many great things about these kind of masks, and here's my review on it. So, guys, thank you so much for watching this review slash demo. If you really did like it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't be sorry for me, and don't give me a thumbs down. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And if you need to leave any comments or questions, or want to leave any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Also, check out my website for more content. And thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I love you. Bye-bye.